my son recently just got a girlfriend and I have been raising my little boy for over 24 years and he does this to me. She doesn't even know he doesn't like mayo on his sandwiches, that he doesn't like his bum wiped with 2-ply toilet paper but 3-ply. None of these hoes know Jonathan like I do. Mommy will always be here, Johnny. Mommy will always be here. Why do you like being a boy mom? Don't you wish you had a girl? No, baby. Here we go. These are the type of mums that have competition with their daughters. I said it. It's exactly why they wish to be a boy mum, because they cannot handle the fact that something that they created could be much more better than them. The amount of times I've been over at my friends' places and their mum comes into the room and they're trying to put their daughter down in front of me and become my best friend. You're weird. You're weird. And then you treat your son like he's the king in front of me as well? What? I can shave their head if they get lice. No pink clothes. I hate pink. Bet you're wearing a pink top. But salmon is still pink, baby. Ugh. Women. Ugh. Girls. Ugh. I've learned how to wrestle. All the girls see the boy and go, heart eyes. Look at his kicks. Look at his cars. I'll never have to go to Nutcracker on Ice because we'll be partying at Monster Jam. What the f is Nutcrackers on Ice? What is that? Boy mums are doing just fine. Have fun at Nutcracker. Why do these boy mums have to make it such a point to hate on what little girls want to do? I do think though it's a little much for most of these comments to be saying, well, I hope he's gay and he loves the Nutcracker. Like, no, we should be hoping that this child is never put in awkward situations whenever he gets a girlfriend, boyfriend, them friend even, and they're made to feel like second-class citizens because his mother should be his #1 priority at any given time. At a drop of a hat, she is most important, which is so delusional in my opinion, because I'm sorry to break it to y'all, but once you have kids, they are their own human beings. They are going to find somebody who they're going to prioritize over their parents. It's how life happens. But thank whoever is out there that she does not have a daughter, because I feel like she would just treat her like shit, make her into competition, be so jealous of her. Ew, 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 ew. I saw a quote that said, a mum of daughters is a mum for life, but a mum of boys is a mum until he takes a wife. And I think it's one of the saddest quotes as a boy mum that I've ever read. That is so weird. And whoever wrote that quote is just as much of a dickhead as this person who is resharing that quote, because you're insinuating that every single man out there is a straight man. What the? No, this is embarrassing. A mum of daughters is a mum for life, but a mum of boys is a mum until he takes a wife. You ever heard of gay people, Stacey? You ever heard of aces, arrow aces? Even. And I don't like the kind of narratives that these boy mums spew, because you are still his mother even if he gets a wife. His wife is not supposed to be his mother, but these are the same mums who are to sit there, wait until their sons have an issue with their wife and be like, I told you so. I told you so. I told you she was a bad whore woman. I told you she was a little bitch. I told you she wasn't going to do the things that mummy was going to do for you. I told you she wasn't going to do the things that mummy has done for you. I'm the better woman. I will fold your socks up. I will wash your skitty underwear, honey. I will put mayonnaise on your sandwich. It's like, no, a wife is meant to be a wife, not a mother. These boy mums are the reason that their sons treat women as though they should be their second mums. These are the men who become so like dysfunctional in society because mummy has done everything for him until he was like 31. He goes out into the real world and he expects every single woman to do the things that mum does. And so that's why he prioritizes mum over anyone else, because he doesn't know how to do shit. And he also thinks that women in general are supposed to take on that role with their husbands, with their boyfriends, with their partners. And it's so annoying because people out there then have to reap those kind of consequences of being with somebody who is incapable at doing life. And it's not necessarily the child's fault, but when you get to such a big age, like, 23, 24, right? I mean, turn on the dishwasher, please. And spreading quotes like these is borderline emotional incest at this point, because you're not losing your son to anybody. Your son is just growing up in life the same as you have, the same as your husband did. Like, why is it any different for your son? POV, when my son gets a girlfriend. See, like, you should not ever be imagining this type of violence towards your son's future partner, whatever gender they may be, but it's specifically women, you see, because these mums have such a strong competition with other women that they see that a woman comes into their son's life and is taking them away from her because she has such a strange emotional ancestral bond with this child, and it's not okay. And I guess a lot of the time, and we're gonna get really raw here, okay? I guess a lot of the time this happens because these women's partners aren't giving them what they so desire, what they want. They're not filling that void within them. So they have these kids, specifically little boys. These boys are giving their mothers exactly what they so desire. Mostly because a lot of these women don't get that kind of attention from their husbands, from their male counterparts. And that's why a lot of this kind of stuff tends to happen, is because they tend to grow that kind of emotional bond with their sons as opposed to the father. And look, I can definitely see both sides of the coin. It's sad, but it's also not fair, because if that is happening, first of all, leave the guy, find a better man, first of all, and second of all, get help, because it's not fair to raise a person like that who is going to treat their female counterparts terribly if they're not mothering him, if they're not babying him. And then the same men wonder why they end up in sexless marriages, in sexless relationships. It's because who wants to f their child, dude? When my son gets a girlfriend, this will be my first word to them. Run. Oh my god, no! Both boys 6'4". I'm 5 foot. Their girlfriends are petrified of me. Huh? Just say that you want to have sex with your son, because every single video like this screams that. It has that kind of energy. Otherwise, why post a video like this? The first word to somebody my son really takes an interest to and has fallen in love with is run, because mommy can be replaced. Do these mums not understand what kind of resentment that their sons are going to have towards them? Because it's going to be the opposite effect of what these mums are going to want, right? They want to try and compete with this other female that is in their son's life. So they're mean to them, they're cold to them, they're absolutely rude to them. And in a lot of cases, it drives these women away from their sons, because it's like, you know what? If this is going to be my future, I don't want it. I've been pretty vocal in the past about how I've dealt with men in the past who were mama's boys, and no, I am just so glad that that is in the past. When my son starts getting girlfriends, and it's that song that goes, bitches come and go, bruh, but you know I stay, bitches come and go, bruh. First of all, you should be teaching your son to respect women and not refer to women as bitches. Carol. Come off it! More men need to realize that your mum will be the only woman who will love you no matter what. Love with a wife or GF is never unconditional. So what is that saying about y'all? The creator of this video liked that comment. So what is that saying about you guys? Do you have no unconditional love for your partner? Because ew! What a horrible example you're setting for your child. To not respect the people that he's going to be in a relationship with. Are you serious? I'm sorry, but I'm not unconditionally loving anybody who doesn't unconditionally love me in the first place. Why would you even want to bother with that? And also, these are kids, like little kids. Why are you thinking about these random phantom women in your head when you should be focusing on the time that you have with your child while they are still a child? Because as soon as they grow up, yeah, they're gonna want to date around. Yeah, they probably don't want to date around. You don't know that yet. And I'm just not a fan whatsoever of these women constantly putting other women down. It's very strange in my opinion, and it shows the emotional incest that a lot of these toxic boy mums have with their boys. It's not okay because it has vast consequences on society, much like what we spoke about earlier in today's video, the fact that there are people out there who are going to have to deal with the consequences of these toxic boy mums' actions. The fact that you have raised a young man who isn't going to respect any other woman but his mum. Why? Why are we promoting that to these children? Yes, there are going to be people out there other than your parents who are going to love you unconditionally. And if they have that mindset that they have been promoting to you in the past or in the present, they're really weird. They are really weird. So with all of that being said, my beautiful people, have you ever been in a situation like this before? Have you ever been on the opposite side of the spectrum where you have had to deal with the consequences of toxic boy mum parenting? Let me know down in the comments, because I feel like I relate to a lot of the stories that you guys have told me in the past, because it is genuinely so soul-crushing dealing with a parent of your partner's who just does not like you based off of the fact that you are just another woman, based off of the fact that you think he's replacing you, when in fact that is not the case whatsoever. And thank you to those who sent a few of these videos into the submissions email. If you have anything else you would want to submit to me, send it over to dramakweensubmissions@gmail.com. Take care of yourselves, and most of all, love your fucking selves.